it's me again. I hope that the truck outside doesn't make too much noise. I created a new forum on the Sister Goddess site. It's what is Allison up to now. So from now on, all my videos I make are going to go into that forum. So that's where you can find them as a collective. I'll be posting them. So anyway, today is not anything specific. It's just what I've been up to lately. I'm going to start with the Discovering Myself art journal, because that is the main thing that I'm supposed to be working on. And I didn't work on it a couple days, but I really went to town last night. Sometimes I'm flipping through the magazines and I find a theme and I just rip out, and I plan my collage and I do my collage and then later do the writing on the collage. But there's also a lot of writing that I have done, and there is I'll take the writing and then look for collage pieces to go with the writing. So sometimes I write first, then collage about it. Sometimes I collage first and write about the collage. So, you know, you all saw all these. Alright, you saw my animal page. But I had a great, let me turn this radio down. I had this great poem I wrote a very long time ago, but I thought it would go fitting here with the animals. There's so many cats on here. I am the crazy cat lady. My husband is the crazy cat man. We've got 7, you know, little 2-bedroom house, but we all live together wonderfully. It's their house. They let us live here. Anyway, it's quite long. I hope you don't mind. It's called The Perfect Family. P-U-R-F-E-C-T. The Perfect Family. There is an old saying, water seeks its own level. Well, my water has been floating along for many years now, finding water a little above and a little below my level. I've always known what my heart saw as my own idea of the word family, and will never experience that feeling or idea. Knowing this, the word family has always had a bad taste in my mouth. Fighting the oddity I know as myself, I caved in and conformed best as possible to mainstream living. Did the stint as perfect Navy wife and mother. For someone who was internally against the whole idea, I must admit I did a rather bang-up job at it, and stayed for quite a long time, fighting that gypsy urge in me to run and fly to something less normal. The gypsy finally won her battle within me, and I was off on a long journey of adventures. Some good, some bad, a lot of learning, of course, too. Well, even though the mind stayed the same, the body was slowly betraying my still constant urges for more search and research for that water that is exactly my level, if it even existed. I still knew of that family I had in mind and longed for, but body falling apart faster and faster, my physical shell would not allow the journeys to continue as they had. I settled in a very non-conventional living situation for many years, which wasn't what I would choose, but much better than homeless, so in my book, great for that time frame. My wings were not yet completely clipped, and still had some adventures as creatively as I could with the limits that were within me. The gypsy was very creative. Then came the time when nothing was fun anymore. The gypsy left me, my oddity changed, and my wings were slowly being clipped, slowly one at a time. My mind, body, and soul were giving up. The dream and idea of that specific family I had always dreamed of seemed impossible, so that dream died too. Everything died except me, literally. Then I met, finally, that water that seeks my level, at my level, not below, not above, but right at it. I didn't know that right away. It was a slow process, but the first time I walked into his home, I could see the huge possibility that he had definite signs of the same ideas when it comes to my idea of family. So we got closer and closer. I moved in. We had 2 wonderful children. Big, fat, old, beautiful Nosy, around 25 pounds, about 16 or 17 years old, and beautiful, sweet, kissing tiger, baby Kitty, about 9 years old. I had my precious James, just a baby, maybe 5 months old. Well, looked like the perfect family to me, and thus it started. This man and I talked and had the exact same views about not wanting or liking human children, and that our entire lives have been lived loving and having and caring for our feline children and living antisocial lives, and that our kids were our solace. They love us unconditionally and us them. It was so refreshing not only to share such deep feelings with the same kind with another, but especially with a man. Well, our family grew and grew. We are now set, and our family could not be any more perfect than any family I can imagine. We all get along. Everyone has their own relationships with one another. Everyone has their own special personalities. Everyone has their own space. And there is more love in this house than I have ever felt in my life. Sadly, we lost Nosy December 5th, 2008, to old age. He died in both me and my husband's arms, in peace, no pain. He was 20 years old and the love of our lives. His ashes and paw print are here with us, and he is remembered every day. Here is our family, from oldest to youngest. Wilbur, my husband, me, Allison, baby Kitty, James, Tinkerbell, Ty baby and Scooter, Fluffy, and baby boy. So that's my animals. For this one, this nice tranquil thing, I just jotted this down. Seas of tranquility, both real and imagined. I now know how to take off on a beautiful journey without leaving my chair. Soft sand, warm sun, and a good book all can be done right where I sit. How, you may ask? The main ingredient is to be spiritually plugged in. Serenity is a mindful away. Learn how to live in your spirit self and keep close watch on the human self. Get lost in a book, a poem, a song, or a piece of art. Think, dream, and create is all it takes for a more tranquil life. I just jotted that down. And this one is my Zen Tangle mandala, and it's just very, very peaceful and Zen. So these are poems of Zen from 2 different poets. I didn't write these, I copied them down, but I give the poets their credit. Enlightenment is like the moon reflecting on the water. The moon does not get wet, nor is the water broken. Although its light is wide and great, the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch wide. The whole moon is reflected, even a puddle an inch wide. The whole moon and the entire sky are reflected in one dewdrop on the grass. That is from Dogen. Dogen is the name of him. And then this is the second one. It is as though you have an eye that sees all forms. but does not see itself. This is how your mind is. Its light penetrates everywhere and eyefuls and engulfs everything, so why does it not know itself? And that was by Foyan, Foyan. I read the one about my daughter. I'm not going to read that again and cry again. I read about my Jeff Hardy. I read about my Mary. Oh, okay. This is a poem I wrote a while back on the Goddess site. It's a poem, not a poem, but a writing. Water. It's green. Green, an interesting color, representing many a thing. Green as is new person to a group or organization, can be a fun one or possibly devastating one. Green, the color itself, also has many a shade. I love how many wonderful shades that green has. My respect and love of green is deep, dark forest-like greens. Rich and thick and deep are these dark greens. Now yes, green has most valuable and wonderful things, but as with everything, it just can't be perfect, right? They had to go and correlate the color green with A, being envious, a sin, B, queasy, yuck, and C, and this is just me, but pea soup, again, yuck. When sending the old ball and chain out for, say, body soap, shampoo, scented candles, anything with lovely aromas, I just tell him to get anything green, but a light blue-green mix is also usually pretty awesome. So no, I gather this is not a profound writing, neither a poem nor short story. Just my love of the color green, and I can't write a song because our beloved Kermit wrote it when I was a very little girl. I can remember Kermit sounded so sad in the beginning of the song I would cry. I still get a lump in the old throat. It's not easy being green. Oh, how sad. But as the song goes on, so does his courage and pride. Yes, yes, realize, like Kermit, it is wonderful being green. The moral of the story is that is what you think is yucky pea soup green. Remember, it's not always soup. It can be that relaxing green soap. And then I did this collage for the color green. And that frog is so cool. I love him. I did a lot of different foresty background, lots of different greens, lots of different greens. I really love that one. And, okay, this one is a song from my band Jethro Tull. Everyone knows I'm a Tullite. And, Lovey and Anderson. So this is a quick song, and then I did a collage after putting the song. It's called Songs from the Wood. Let me bring you songs from the wood to make you feel much better than you could know. Dust you down from tip to toe. Show you how the garden grows. Hold steady as you go. Join the chorus if you can. It'll make of you an honest man. Let me bring you love from the field. Poppies red and roses filled with summer rain. To heal the wound and still the pain that threatens again and again. As you drag down every lover's lane, life's long celebrations here. I'll toast you all in penny cheer. Let me bring you all things refined, galliards and lute songs served in chilling ale. Greetings, well met fellow, hail. I am the wind to fill your sail. I am the cross to take your nail. A singer of these ageless times, with kitchen prose and gutter rhymes. Songs from the wood make you feel much better. And so I just did some woods like pictures. This isn't all one picture, it's a bunch of. This is a strip, this is a pit, this is a strip, there's a strip over here. Kinda came out nice. And I think that's all, yeah, that's, okay, so that's my Discovering Myself journal, up to date. Now Laura, sneaky, got me addicted immediately to ATCs. I've been dreading, hold on a minute. I've been dreading the day Carol would convince me to do ATCs. Well, Carol went on a jet plane, and while she was on the jet plane, Laura gives me a call and says, I would like you to do something. I'm like, okay. She says, I want you to start ATCs. And I was surprised. I was like, cool, yes, I will do that. And I got a I had a deck of playing cards, so I did. Some are the playing cards painted, some are, you know, cloth, some are just everything. I'm gonna show you. I kind of hate to ruin it, but I gotta show you. I can't stand it. I gotta show you. The very first one I made, I can't show you because the very first one I made for Laura specifically, and it's in an envelope on its way to be mailed. So you won't see that until Laura shares it. But this was my second one. It's a playing card. I painted it a light green. I had these great clear lilies, and then my silver glitter glue. This one was nice. This was also a playing card that I painted blue, and then I had this great, it's a sheer material. This material is sheer, very sheer, and it has these little flowers in them. So I just wrapped it and glued it, and I put "You're a gem," and I put a nice big gemstone in it. So that's that one. And this one, I had this pink material, cloth material. I wrapped it around the playing card and glued it to the playing card. You see, I got the buttons, but this button's cool. It's on a, oh, here we go. It's on a clothespin. See? Clothespin. So you could push something in there. Piece of paper. You know, it opens and closes. So that was kind of cool. And this one I can't show because it's for Carol and her sneaky butt pops on. I know. I have this feeling she's definitely going to get a Wi-Fi. And she'll be with us. Now, before I finish with the ATCs, just to show you, I'm working on two ATCs here. There's one, and there's one. And I got one over there drying. See the king drying with gesso. So, but I realized I've always enjoyed doing little canvas. I totally forgot, and it dawned on me last night, I forgot I had it. But Carol, in the very, very, very beginning, the very beginning of me meeting Carol, she sent me my first box of goodies. And in them was it's a keychain. It's got these little tiny boards. What are they? Let's see. Two and a half inches by 1.5 inch. And they're the thick board. This one, I just can't appreciate them. Let's see. This one I did a sailboat on the blue water. This one I just had a circle I glued on there and put silver glitter glue around it. This is Japanese for love. This is a symbol for love. This is just a heart Zen doodle. Like Zen tangling, Zen doodling. So it's that. This one's cool. It's my first face. How do I... There we go. There's my face. I just did a bunch of splatter on the background. This is nice. This one is the back one. So, that's about it. I've gone 22 minutes, so I guess I will release you all from my captivity. And I'll make another video as soon as I have more to do. Take care. Happy creating!